So I will be explaining to you the activities that you need to accomplish for weeks 6, 7, and 8 for disaster readiness and risk reduction. Let's start with the activities for week 6. So as you can see on your LAS or learning activity sheet, the first activity that you need to do there will be jumbled words. So the instruction given to you is to arrange the letters to form the correct word, which is related to our topic. So there are 10 items. You need to arrange these letters to form words which are related to our lesson. Next activity, we have the assessment card. So in here, you will be given jumbled procedures that you need to arrange in order to determine what do you need to do before, during, and after an earthquake. So this is what we call the emergency plan. These are the jumbled procedures. So we have letter A to W. That means we have 23 procedures that you need to rearrange in order for us to have an effective emergency plan. So you need to determine what procedures to do before an earthquake, what procedures to do during an earthquake, and what are the different procedures to do after an earthquake. So you will be just copying these procedures from this screen. Next is activity number 2 about volcanic hazards. So you need to have, if you've already done this in a yellow paper, it's okay. If not, you can use bond paper as well, long bond paper. So in here, you need to have your pen and crayons or any coloring materials. So using these materials, you just need to have a very simple understanding on volcanic hazards. And then you need to illustrate in the box the following. So what's your perception about lahar? How are you going to illustrate that? The ash falls, pyroclastic flow, and so on. And then for the assessment card number 2, this is multiple choice. Read the questions or statement carefully, and then you need to choose the correct answer. Just write the letter of the correct answer. And the second part of our assessment card is a puzzle. Now, since I am requiring you to answer in a yellow sheet of paper, you do not need to copy the puzzle itself, okay? You just need to look for the 10 words hidden in the puzzle, which are related to our lesson, and then write them on your yellow paper. So now let's proceed with the different activities that you need to accomplish for weeks 7 and 8. So that means the learning activity sheet given to you, okay, for week 7, that will be used for 2 weeks. It's good for 2 weeks. So that will be for week 7 and week 8, okay? So the first activity that you need to accomplish will be the assessment. For the assessment, it's a simple true or false. Let me just correct the instruction for you, okay? So the instruction here is you need to read and understand the following statement carefully. And then if the statement is correct, you need to write the word true. If otherwise, if the statement is incorrect, you need to write the word false. So I should see true or false answers on your yellow paper. Next, here, for the first output that you need to accomplish to be submitted on December 1st, okay, you need to watch the documentary entitled Surviving Mount Pinatubo. So I have already included the link here in my presentation, and I also have included it in your learning activity sheet, which was already given to you. So you just need to copy the link, or it will be easier if you will just search on YouTube, Okay, surviving Mount Pinatubo. And that will appear to your screen. And then while watching the documentary or after watching it, you need to answer 8 guide questions. First, before watching the documentary, what was your idea about the Mount Pinatubo eruption in 1991? So perhaps you were not yet born, okay, on that year. You can have your perception or opinion about the Mount Pinatubo coming from the stories of your parents, okay, or grandparents, or the people around you, the adults around you, okay. Perhaps you have heard something about it. So you just need to write your idea, your own opinion about it. Next, what equipment did the geologists use to monitor the activity of Mount Pinatubo? 3, based on the video, can you say that the eruption was expected? Why or why not? Next question, how did the people react with the situation during that time? What measures did they follow? Next question, what is the belief of the Itas and what action did they do? 6, give at least 3 volcanic materials that went out the Mount Pinatubo's crater. 7, what made the eruption worst? And number 8, if you were one of the geologists, are you going to continue your work or just go home to your family? And why? Now, in answering this, you actually have 2 options. First option, if you have your own laptop, computer, desktop, or any means to type in your answer, you can actually do that. Okay, so you can just type, okay, the question and then the answers and then print it out only if you have the resources. Okay, you don't need to go to the computer shop and then have it typewritten there and then print it out there. No, if only you have the resources. Now, if not, then you can use yellow paper for this. Again, you need to write the question and then the answers or your answers. And please answer in complete sentences. Next, for the documentation of output number 1, you just need to take a picture of yourself watching the documentary and then send a private message to me, to my account, Facebook account, Mom RG1 Yasuiko. Again, I repeat, that's redundant. I repeat, okay, take a picture of yourself watching the documentary Surviving Mount Pinatubo and then send it to me. For output number 2, okay, you need to interview an elderly in your community who experienced the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991. So it could be your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, your cousins who are older than you. So anyone who have experienced the eruption of Mount Pinatubo, you can choose, okay, from your community. And then you need to ask these questions. So of course, you need to have the name of that person, okay, and the age of the person that you're going to interview. And then ask them these questions. First, what were the signs that you observed before the eruption? Second, what did you do first? 3, what were your experience or experiences during the disaster? 4, what were you thinking that time? And number 5, resolution or recovery. How did you recover from that disaster? Or if the government had plans for the people who were affected by the disaster, what were these? So you need to ask them those questions with documentation while doing the interview. So again, you need to have 2 to 3 pictures. With this one, same with output number 1, you can have it typewritten or you can just write your answers in a yellow sheet of paper. And then with the pictures, if you will be having it typewritten, you can include the pictures already there. If not, if you're going to write your answers in a yellow sheet of paper, then you can just send the pictures to my Facebook account, Mom RG1 Yuswiko, and then I'll be able to see them. Now, for the activity sheets, okay, for these outputs, I mean, the date of submission will be on December 1st. Again, for the date of submission, it will be for output number one, output number two, and the first activities. Okay, the submission will be on December 1st. And that's it. So if you still have questions, just send me a message on my Facebook account, Mom RG1 Yuswiko. Okay, you can ask me those questions so that you will be able to do the task smoothly. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening and God bless. Bye.